I'm Elena Morgan, here with some Notre Dame news.
Make sure you have those umbrellas today and tomorrow.
And the Irish bats are hot.
What a catch.
Do you feel like our mascot is controversial?
Speedster Braden Lenzy went all the way to the 1-yard line.
And a recording artist here at Notre Dame.
Be prepared for that wet weather today.
Go
Irish!
Good morning, Notre Dame. I'm Grace Oladipo, and welcome to ND Sunrise, where we bring you all the news that is the news across campus. We hope your week here at Notre Dame has been going well. Coming up on the show today, Sunrise Sports reporter Amanda Pirkowski dissects Notre Dame's performance against USC, and meteorologist Elena Morgan tells us if the 50s are here to stay. But first, Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, spiritual leader of the world's Orthodox Christians, is visiting the United States for the first time in over a decade. Today, he stops at Notre Dame. Our reporter Meaghan O'Keefe tells us why this is such a momentous visit.
Good morning, ND Sunrise. I'm Meaghan O'Keefe, and I have some exciting news about an event happening on our campus tonight. The Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople, His All Holiness Bartholomew I, is visiting Notre Dame today. As the Archbishop of Constantinople, he's a spiritual leader to over 300 million Orthodox Christians throughout the world. His visit to our campus today marks just another milestone in Notre Dame's continuous commitment to bridging the rift between the two churches. After centuries of separation, it wasn't until 1965 that the Ecumenical Patriarch and Pope of that time lifted the excommunications the two churches had levied against each other. Following this meeting, Pope Paul VI appointed then-President of Notre Dame, Father Theodore Hesburgh, as the head of a project dedicated to church reconciliation and interfaith understanding. The Ecumenical Patriarch's visit to Notre Dame is just one of his many stops on his first visit to the United States in over 10 years. Just this Monday, he visited with President Joe Biden and Secretary of State Antony Blinken to discuss his hope for religious freedom within the Middle East. And tonight at Notre Dame, Father Jenkins will bestow upon him an honorary degree in the Basilica of the Sacred Heart. Afterwards, he will give a speech about environmental stewardship, a topic he has been passionate about his entire life. He believes that to heal the environment, we must also heal our relationships with each other. His passion and efforts have earned him the title, the Green Patriarch. The convocation at the Basilica takes place at 5:15 p.m., and it is a ticketed event. However, all are welcome to watch the live stream. The blessing at the grotto is welcome to anyone who wishes to come, and I hope many of you take advantage of this amazing opportunity. Back to you, Grace.
Thank you, Meaghan, for that incredible story. It was great to see him honored as the leader of over 300 million people worldwide. Well, the leaves are getting more beautiful by the day, and I almost slipped from the rainfall this week. Is the cold here to stay? Elena is ready to tell us how it's looking.
Thanks, Grace. So we're all probably wondering, what happened over fall break? When we left, South Bend was still in the 70s, but we came back to a home game with temperatures almost down to freezing. Let's see how the weather will be for the rest of the upcoming week. Looking at the 7-day forecast, we can see that temperatures are going to be in the 50s for most of the week, with lows in the upper 30s. Most of the rain seems to have passed, but there is still a chance of showers today and tomorrow. As of now, there's also a slight chance of rain on Saturday, game day, but fingers crossed that this will pass so we can have some nice weather as we beat UNC. Honestly though, we can never really predict the weather in South Bend, so I would always pack a rain jacket or umbrella just in case. As far as foliage, the leaves have started changing colors. So no, the weather may not be great, but at least our campus is starting to look more beautiful than ever. This has been Elena Morgan with your weather report. Now back to you.
Thank you very much, Elena. The sudden change of weather has deeply humbled me. I finally bought an umbrella. But for many ND students, fall break ended with a cold night at Notre Dame Stadium, watching the Irish take down the USC Trojans. To recap the Irish's performance on the football field, hockey rink, and soccer pitch, we send it over to Amanda Pirkowski.
Hi, I'm Amanda Pirkowski, and it's time for Sports with Perk.
Big football rivalry game this weekend with USC versus Notre Dame. We retain the jeweled shillelagh with a win, Notre Dame 31, Trojan 16. The atmosphere on game night was electric, or more appropriately, lights out. This was the first ever Notre Dame light show. So incredible. Now let's look at some highlights. On the second Irish drive, Jack Cohn led the new hurry-up offense to score big with this toss to Avery Davis. Then, with SoCal driving deep into Notre Dame territory, Bo Bauer intercepted with a return into USC's red zone, setting the momentum to Notre Dame's side. There he goes. Throughout the whole game, Kyron Williams was in beast mode. He could not be denied. Now here you can see Tyler Buckner's rushing touchdown helping to secure the Irish victory. Fun fact, if you are a Notre Dame senior, you will graduate without ever losing to our #1 rival USC. Speaking of seniors, it was senior night for Notre Dame's men's soccer. Their last home game ended in a 1-1 draw with the Duke Blue Devils. Now to men's hockey. Last Thursday, the team lost the opener 2-3 in overtime to Rochester Institute of Technology. However, the Irish rebounded with the weekend series tying with a win with RIT in the second game. The Irish dominated the ice, displaying an offensive outburst resulting in a final score of 6-0. The offensive players of the game were Trevor Janis and Max Ellis, scoring 2 goals apiece. The defensive player of the game, goalkeeper Matthew Galajda, is shown here with some terrific saves to preserve his first Notre Dame shutout in goal. And that's all for Sports with Perk. Excited to cheer on all Irish sports this upcoming weekend and can't wait to see everyone decked out in Halloween costumes at the UNC game. I'll be dressed as Princess Leia. Back to you.
Definitely one for the books. I'm looking forward to more Sports with Perk. I sincerely hope you enjoyed your fall break. I had the most incredible time on the great island of Ireland. And now it's time to get your calendars ready for some upcoming events. There are free rec sports, group fitness, and fast classes throughout this week from October 25th to October the 31st. Make sure to try a class. SAO and the Office of Student Enrichment are putting together a haunted tour of Notre Dame this week on Thursday, October 28 at 7 p.m. Buses will be leaving the Snite Museum of Art, and make sure to register on the SAO's events page. It's game weekend. We're taking on UNC, and I cannot wait to see this one. And that is it for us here at ND Sunrise. We're back for the second half of the semester to finish well. How many days till Thanksgiving again? I'm sure we have nothing to worry about. Catch our episodes on Tuesday and Thursday mornings in Duncan Student Center from 9 to 11 a.m. If you happen to miss out, don't worry. You can also watch our episodes on the NDTV YouTube page under the ND Sunrise playlist. Make sure to follow us at Notre Dame Television on Instagram, and Notre Dame TV on Twitter, and Notre Dame Television on YouTube to stay updated on all of our latest work. Like what you saw? Want to get involved with studio production? Look no further. NDTV is a student-led program here on campus. Come visit our studio on the second floor of Duncan Student Center or shoot us an email at ndtv@nd.edu. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Grace Oladipo. Go Irish.